Yo, what is up, y'all? Dubs Mind here, and today we're doing the games review for or preview for Warriors versus Bucks. I'm recording this a few hours before the game, and yeah, the Nuggets recap I still want to do, but it's been so long, like I don't remember some of the details, and now I'm just wondering, like, do I actually want to continue on with doing it? So I'll say there's less of a chance that I'm gonna do it, but still be a little hopeful for it. I might just do like there's been so much good games, like the Grizzlies game was great, Clippers game was great, so there's so much good games to talk about. So for now, I'm not gonna talk about don't expect it too much, but there's still a possibility maybe. But anyways, today we have some Warriors news, so I'm not gonna go over much NBA stuff. So to start off, De'Anthony Melton got an update with his reevaluation. It says it's an encouraging update for this article, but I would say it's like, damn, this is taking longer than I expected in a way. It's still good. No, don't get me wrong, but like it's still like, oh, I thought he was gonna come back a little bit sooner. But so additional reinforcements soon might be on the way. De'Anthony Melton is progressing his rehab from an ACL injury sustained almost 1 year ago and will be reevaluated in 3 weeks, which is like, I thought he's coming back in like 2 or 1. 3 is a long time, so that's gonna put us at the end, like pretty much like Thanksgiving. So that's that. I mean, it'll be a nice Thanksgiving thing though if he comes back in that time. Since the reevaluation's in 3 weeks, which is gonna be, during like, it's gonna be the 20th, I think, exactly, if it's 3 weeks, which puts it like a week before Thanksgiving-ish, right? So, I mean, again, it'll be a nice Thanksgiving vibe to just see him play for once, but yeah. So Warriors guard De'Anthony Melton, who underwent surgery to repair a torn left ACL on December 4, 2024, continues to make good progress with rehabilitation. He has intensified his individual and small group on-court workouts that will be reintegrated into team practice over the next 2 weeks, including with the Santa Cruz Warriors, which is a G League team for the Warriors. I've seen an Instagram post from Santa Cruz where like De'Anthony's wearing the practice jersey for Santa Cruz. So it's pretty cool to see. I mean, they did that with like Steph for 1 year. They did that for Clay too from his injury. So it's a pretty common thing that the Warriors do where they put them in the G League to have. I think it not only helps obviously the player who's recovering from the injury, but also the G League players there, because it's not always that you don't always get the opportunity. I think for the G League players that you can get advice and work with an actual NBA player. So I think it's pretty big for also those G League players too. So it's a really nice thing that the Warriors always do. So I anticipated him missing the early part of the season as he continues to work his way back. So I'm excited for him to come back. I'm in November, though I think it's pretty much late November if it's 3 weeks again, because that's 21 days and it's, October 30th right now. So, so that's that. So hopefully he comes back soon enough. Also this too, actually, I almost forgot. I'm not even gonna click on the article though, because it's like pretty obvious or like pretty basic news. They exercised the 4th-year team option on Brandon Podziemski's contract, so I think that means he's staying for 1 more year for like next season. Because this year is his 3rd year. And then he's also, though, eligible for an extension during this offseason, which I think the Warriors will probably get done pretty fast. I don't think Podziemski is the type of player where they're hesitant to give a contract, and I don't think Podziemski is going to ask for a whole ton potentially. Like maybe around like the $20 million per year range, which is like a lot for him, or at least seems like it. But considering how the cap keeps on going higher and higher every year, I think that's like a pretty solid price. Because Moody got around like what, 15 a year, 16 a year, which like Pods I think does similar stuff. Let me search it up real quick. Oh yeah, so never mind. It was even cheaper. It was 13 million a year because it's 3 years, 39 for that extension that he signed last season. Podziemski I think might get more though, since he has been playing starter minutes, made an all-rookie team and everything. But again, 20 mil a year is pretty solid in my opinion, especially again with like how much the contracts get lower and lower. And with like what Steph's playing years being maybe 3 years max left over, potentially 4. Podziemski probably getting 20 mil. He's probably gonna be satisfied with that because he knows he can probably get paid if he becomes better and better once Steph, retires and stuff. So yeah, that's that. More bigger news I feel like is this article by Bleacher Report. I don't think it's necessarily a Bleacher Report specific thing, but because it's from the San Francisco Standard. But despite being dropped from head coach Steve for rotation at times last season, going through an off-season contract negotiations stalemates with Golden State Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga is all positive early in the 25-26 season. I wouldn't want to be a problem to mess it up. He told Tim Kawakami, I'm in our 5th year now. I know what winning means, and I know what I want to get, winning a championship, which is such a good thing to hear about. When it comes to JK, there's no bad blood or anything. I don't think there ever was bad blood, which is kind of like, because he doesn't even have to say that. He can stop it here and then doesn't have to mention that there wasn't ever bad blood if there actually was. So that's why I think the fact he said this means that there actually wasn't bad blood. It's just all the narrative, all talking around outside, but we're good, which is such a good thing to see. And then obviously, I think I saw it later down the line here. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen this is a little bit late. This was before the Clippers game, as you can tell from the quote. But he'll be our starter going forward, Chris said. He's been fantastic. Last night put him on Ja. Tonight we'll put him on James Harden. I think he's ready to take on that role defensively. And what he's doing offensively, decision-making, the shot selection. We've hardly seen him in the mid-shot clock 17-foot pull-ups. We've seen him being more focused on getting the ball to Jimmy, getting the ball to Steph, attacking the rim. He's really putting a lot of pressure on people. The biggest thing is the combination of Jimmy and Draymond and JK wasn't great last year, but because of all the improvements that JK made, his passing and stuff I just mentioned, it's really clicking. So again, he's going to be a starter for moving forward. So not surprising, obviously, considering his play recently. So yeah, pretty excited. I wouldn't say he's in the I don't think he's going to win most improved, but I feel like he has a good chance to be running for it. I mean, I don't think the counting stats are going to be there, so maybe he's not even going to be a nomination potentially, like in the top 3. But I still think he, like, when you think about what most improved is as an award, I think Jonathan Kuminga probably deserves it. But anyways, that's all for the news, so let's get right into it. ESPN, all reliable. Milwaukee and Golden State meet for non-conference showdown. Bucks doing a lot more better than I expected, obviously, with Giannis going crazy. Look at that, 70% from the field goal. Like, that's crazy. Injury. So Giannis apparently is probable, most likely. Yeah, this is probable to play in Thursday's game, so that kind of sucks for us. And then Kevin Porter Jr. is still out. He's on my fantasy team, man. It's kind of annoying that he's out, but he's going to be out for a while. And then obviously Alex Tuchel and DeAnthony Melton's still out. I mean, even if Alex is back, he's probably not going to play much. He's out against the Bucks, still recovering from the left knee injury. No definitive return timetable. Again, he's a young guy that's probably going to get G League minutes anyway, so I don't think they're going to rush him to come back, obviously. So that's that. Matchup predictor has us winning more, which I would say was going to be my idea too, but with how Milwaukee's been playing pretty solid, I mean, there's a good chance that they might win, who knows, especially with Giannis's play. I'm just wondering, even if he is probable with that injury, I'm just wondering if that what knee injury or whatever is going to affect him this game. So we'll see what happens. Which is, the thing is, they're doing well, and it's like, they played against solid teams. Like, Wizards are kind of terrible, but Raptors are pretty solid. Cleveland's obviously good, and Knicks are obviously good. And they lost against the Cavs, but it was only by 5 points. In the Knicks game, they won. Raptors, they won. Wizards, they won. So they're doing pretty damn good, all things considered, especially with, like, how bad that supporting cast is. Like, Giannis is really carrying that team. So wait, I was about to do the prediction of the starting lineup like I always do, but again, now we have enough games to determine. So for the Bucks, it'll be AJ Green, Ryan Rollins, Gary Trent Jr., Giannis, and Miles Turner. Is AJ Green's like a 2-guard, but he's like their wing. So I'm assuming point guard is Ryan Rollins, the guy that we drafted, and he actually blossomed into a pretty solid player for them. Like, I mean, this game he scored 25. Like, I had pretty high hopes for him, but it made sense why we had to trade him in the moment, because that was during like our whole 2 timeline stuff. So yeah. So our good friend Ryan Rollins. So then that's point guard. Shooting guard is probably AJ Green. Gary Trent kind of positions up as a small forward wing. Giannis is a 4. Miles Turner is the 5. So, I mean, yeah, literally it looks like just Giannis carrying and also Ryan Rollins just going crazy potentially. I mean, 15, 3, and 4. Like, look at that. His career average is so low, but he's been having a pretty good season so far. You can see Golden State right there. Played only in 12 games. Traded to Washington in that. Jordan Poole, Chris Paul traded for us. And landed in Milwaukee. But yeah, I mean, he's been playing pretty good. I mean, he was pretty solid. I saw him a few stints here and there with the Bucks. Like, he was doing pretty good, especially with Dame being out a lot. So I'm not super surprised he's doing this good, but yeah. So I think, like, Giannis, I think you're just not going to be able to stop. He's just been going so crazy. So, I mean, the best thing, obviously, for stopping Giannis is preventing him going into the paint, but that's a pretty hard thing to do. Like, obviously, you want him to take perimeter shots as much as possible, but that's, again, a pretty hard task to do. So I'm going to ditch Giannis as, like, the way to win this game. It's all the surrounding cast, just making sure they can't really do much. But the thing is, it's like, Giannis and Ryan Rollins were, like, the only good players. I mean, AJ Green was solid, too. Everyone else scored 11 points or less. That's how bad their surrounding cast is, and they still won against the Knicks, bro. Again, it looks like also good defense by the Bucks too, but still, like, oh my god. I mean, Carlton, Cat has such a bad game, oh my god. But yeah, the thing is, like, typically I would say, like, oh, let the strong player, best player do well, just stop the support surrounding cast. But man, Giannis has been just so good. So it's like, I don't even know if you can win like that sometimes. But I still think that's the way to win. Obviously, so Ryan Rollins, he's been playing really good. So having him to just defend him well and prevent him from going off, and probably also Miles Turner. Gary Trent can also get hot too. But Miles Turner being a stretch 5 is going to be super good for them. Obviously, he didn't score that well this game, so you kind of expect them to maybe get a bounce back game with us. And it's at their house, it's an away game for us. So that's that. How has Cocos been doing? Oh my god, 8-4. Let's look at his splits. Oh, I mean, his splits aren't actually that bad. He just hasn't played much minutes, I guess. Yeah, 26. So his per 36 would probably be like a 13 points per game, because he's shooting 53% from the field, even though he shot 0% from 3. So that's actually not too bad. So he's actually, yeah, it's pretty solid. Just his 3 has not been falling at all, because it's literally 0%. So that's that. But again, their bench really doesn't scare me. But obviously, Giannis is going to get his points anyway, so really shutting down their bench is going to be important. Make it so Giannis genuinely doesn't have any help. I didn't even know Gary Harris was on this team. What the heck? Okay. I think X factor for this, man, am I going to do it again? I think it's Jonathan, man. It's JK, bro. Just because, dude, the only defender is Giannis. And Miles Turner, that's it. Gary Trent, solid, whatever. I don't care. He's not going to stop JK. Ryan Lons, too small. AJ Green, not a good defender, I think, at least. Maybe, I haven't watched much AJ Green. They have Cole Anthony, solid, but honestly, he's still too small for JK, in my opinion. And their bench doesn't have any good defenders. So, besides Cole Anthony. So, I think JK has to eat this game. Obviously, it's all about how much can you pull out Giannis from the inside paint area. By having a bunch of shooters around JK and just allowing JK to eat inside. But yeah, I think JK is going to be really important for us this game. Just like always, I just can't really think of any other player, especially with this matchup of like lack of real big bigs that are good defensively. So yeah. I think that's about it. I expect also a good, strong Steph game. Because, he wasn't bad or anything, but he hasn't scored a whole ton. So I feel like maybe Steph would like to score some, good points and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes off and stuff. Because they don't have also much good perimeter defenders, honestly. Even, because Gary Trent's, okay. Ronald's is okay, but it's not like we didn't have... It's no Chris Dunn or, Jalen Wells, so... I think Steph should eat, and I still have a good feeling that we're going to win this game. Thank you guys for watching. That's going to be it. Be sure to tune into this match, and I'll see you guys next time in another video.